We are.
Hello, good afternoon.
Thanks for waiting on that extremely long countdown. Russell's had us waiting here for
20 minutes.
half hour.
I would say 2 days.
It's good to be prepared, boys.
We are finally here now.
Great, considering.
Welcome back, everyone. And don't get to know us. I'm Ikjot, and I'm the Brad, CEO of Education Trade. And today we're going to go over.
Yep. We're starting with Ikjot.
We're going to start with the company as we go over what we've been up to, what it really takes to run this behemoth giant company. So yeah, we're going to start with what have you been doing?
Yeah, I guess progressing as we do each week. Started with a busy Monday morning meeting that went on for about 5 hours.
Just move the mics closer to you, please.
We then purchased these new mics that Russell's enjoying.
Yes, look how fancy they are. We
Get
can move them
closer to
around
your
as well.
mouth. What else? Trading wise, it's been I'd say fairly quiet week. I think we're banging the, as they say, summer markets, August. Yeah, we had some data releases today that I think had a couple of decent moves.
Yeah.
I think we're waiting mainly on guys in the office have been mainly waiting on doing research on tomorrow. Powell's speaking at Jackson Hole, so we're doing all our preparation on that really. Other than that, it's been fairly quiet.
Yeah, they're speaking on over the weekend.
Yeah, it goes on for a couple of days.
Yeah.
But I think the statement's the main one, which is usually around 3 o'clock, where you see like a decent move. Then they discuss the statement after that.
Yeah, what do you think happened to dollar? Because that's the only question here. Is dollar going to be bearish or bullish? Or do they have a hawkish stance or bearish?
It really depends on what he comes out with. So there's like almost like a set of questions that we've done preparation for, and I sent to the guys here, and also when we're building our algorithms to sort of prepare on what he potentially might say. So again, it just depends if he's got like a dovish tone in terms of cutting rates on the next meeting, or
Okay. We've just been told that there's no voice. People can't hear us. Sorry, we will continue once this problem's been solved.
Yeah, no, I fixed it.
can you hear?
Can everyone hear us?
Can people hear us now?
We have a few comments. Someone's saying hat and mustache. Well, what does that mean?
They've been putting little emojis on you.
Is that the boys behind?
Yeah, I think they are.
Right, can people hear us, Russ, or not?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It was just a bit ropey at the beginning, but if you
Yeah,
move
but-
the mics closer.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
Yep. Close up.
Yeah, so it's just preparing for how he answers those specific sort of questions about cutting rates coming into the next meeting. If he's hawkish or dovish, it's going to be the main thing.
What? Audience. There in the middle. Yeah, because it's delayed.
Oh, okay. YouTube's a bit behind. Check TikTok and Instagram.
Can you guys hear us?
Yeah. I'm not even watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're good.
Alright, cool. Right, so yeah, continuing on what you were saying. So
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, the guys have been sort of preparing. I hope Josh and Lee, you guys have been preparing for. Yeah. Again, so rather than trying to predict what he's gonna say, obviously we can. I mean, technically, you would have a view on. I mean, where do you think you're more of a technical trader than me? I mean, where? I think they're already starting to price in some rate cuts, right? We've seen some weakness.
yeah, I think they have, and the biggest indicator being Nasdaq dipped yesterday.
Yeah.
And I look into like weekly profiles, and what happens is every single week price is either gonna make a high or a low on like Wednesday or Thursday. So that means if we have made lows on a Wednesday, very likely we might be closing bullish, might be closing higher. And with that being said, I think that means they would be speaking more on rate cuts, because that's when Nasdaq's gonna go higher, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
dollar may lose a little bit of strength, but,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, I guess that's it. There's two ways of looking at the market. Obviously, as a technical perspective, it's good to have a view. But the kind of the way we try and program it here with the algos and with these guys is let's prepare what questions are going to be asked, and his answers to that question will be quickly on the buttons to react to it.
And also the price action and the volume in general, it's been a little bit off.
Yeah, I mean, in August it tends to be like that. Obviously, summer holidays and so on. So in terms of the liquidity, the volumes, it's always a little bit lower. So sometimes it's better to lower your size, in August, and then come back in September when sort of generally like all the bankers, etc., will be back from their summer holidays, and the money will start pouring into the market, and it'll be, I guess, easier markets to trade in.
Yeah, and as you know, I've mentioned it to you previously. I've stopped trading, and I'm not going to get trade until September.
Yeah, it's sensible.
Really
Yeah,
is.
pick and
There's
choose
no
your time.
point chasing price action and getting enrolled in consolidation periods.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we've been up to. So last week we spoke quite a lot about artificial intelligence and everything else that we introduced about companies and so forth. So we did launch something this week. Do you think we are prepared to speak about or not yet?
Depends what one you're talking about.
Yeah, there's quite a few bits that we have actually started working on. Just the AI caller, we have quite a lot of interest. People, they always want to speak to us, reach out to us, but we don't really have the capacity to answer everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it is mad the different softwares that are available now, and being able to, just set something up where it can automatically speak to people very efficiently is, it's just it's crazy, as we touched on last week, where the world's heading. So yeah, we're not just trying to implement it in the trading side of the business, also in every part, which is good to see.
And I think it has helped us quite a lot. We now have capacity to reach out to people. Previously we just couldn't, but now if there's any query or anything in regards to trading that you guys want to ask us, or get some guidance or help, we be more than happy to answer you guys. Not just using AI, but also ourselves as well, because having AI in one part of the business has allowed us to get on the phones a little bit more and respond to everyone who texts us on social media.
I think the thing you've programmed there for different questions in terms of trading and related questions that can be answered through AI is so much more efficient now, isn't it?
Yeah, and everyone who started with us on a scholarship program and who've been on our internship, they get to access this macro playbook that we made, and it's all AI based again. So previously we had to wait for our analysts to give us reports, and that would take them hours. They would have to wake up at 5 a.m. just to gather data to give us a report at 8 a.m. Now it just happens with a click of a button. Traders just show up on their desk and log into their platforms, and they just click generate report, and there it is.
It is mind blowing. It is mind blowing how quickly you can get data through AI now, being able to execute trades a lot quicker based on the analysis that you're given.
Yeah, and with that being said, let's just get into a little bit of trading education, shall we?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people maybe watching us who have no idea what trading is, who we are. So we're just trying to help you understand trading in general. So I have a few questions I would like to ask you, Brad. So first things first is, what is trading?
So
in layman terms, what is trading?
In layman terms, well, it's basically buying and selling different products, and different factors can give you reasons as to why you buy and sell these products. Ultimately, we're trying to make money from what we're buying and selling. So in relation to supply and demand on commodities, for example, it's going to affect the oil market, different things going on around the world, and we're able to buy or sell these products. These products move at different prices, and we're able to trade upon it to make a profit. Ultimately, it's what we're trying to achieve.
Yeah. Now, people think trading is something new that just started 2 years ago because of these Instagram influencers, but in reality, trading started thousands of years ago when the barter system was introduced to the ecosystem. Because let's just say I'm a farmer and I have a field of cotton, right? And then let's just say you are another farmer, but then you have a field where you make rice. Now, if I were to get rice, I would have to come with my cotton to you in order for you to give me some rice.
Yes.
But then the problem back in the days was, you may not even want cotton to begin with. So to solve that problem, then currencies were introduced, right?
Yeah.
We started with copper coins, then gold coins. The problem with gold coins was anyone could just go and get some gold and introduce that as currency. But then to standardize that, then they introduced dollar bills, fiat currency, which we all use at the minute.
I think the easiest way, like the most simplest way of explaining trading, is the FX, foreign exchange, where you're going to an airport and you need to change your pounds for dollars or euros. And that is a trade in a sense. You have to pay a commission at the airport to change your pounds into dollars, and that is that's a very simple way of putting what trading is. Whereas we're trying to now calculate the price movements of the exchange rates, buying and selling currencies, with a bit of research and analysis behind it to give you an edge into kind of predicting where it's going to go.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But yeah, moving from barter system all the way to where we are today, this is what trading is. It has evolved quite a lot, and now it's all electronic. And moving forward, it will be more based on AI and so on and so forth. We have very well put together, so that's what trading is. And we do trade forex, we trade commodities, we trade indices, we trade stocks, we trade cryptocurrencies. There's a lot of asset classes that you can get involved in. So with that being said, any sort of like word of advice to people watching this? Where can they get started? What should they be looking into?
I think getting started wise, there's a lot of obviously places you can go online for the very basic stuff. I think one of the main reasons people would look for education is because if you're learning from experienced people that have done it for 5-10 years, there's a lot of mistakes we've made over the last 5-10 years that we almost know what not to do.
Yeah.
And we know what's correct, and we're able to almost cut out all the crap that's out there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of bull crap out there.
Yeah.
And learning from people with experience, like so I've been training 10-11 years, people in our office even longer. We can just point you in the right direction a lot quicker, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. So you can reach out to us. Do not go to babypips.com to understand trading. I mean, of course you can do that, but did you ever went to babypips.com when you first started?
No, I think Russell was recommending people to go Baby Pips the other day.
It's a dig at me.
Not really.
No, I was self-taught, so I just was trading the stock market. I started out in the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at the companies and what are doing well, why they're moving, and I was CFD trading, so I was trading on leverage, doing a lot of research. And that's how I kind of, very unorthodox way, I guess, to how people kind of jump on board now with all the technical analysis and all the chart patterns. I was never anything to do with that. I just understood what potentially moves stocks, the driver behind it, and that's how I started my journey, really.
I think that's to do with back in the days, 10 years ago, there wasn't as much information available as it is today. Because when I first started, I read the Currency Trading for Dummies. So that was my introduction to trading.
There you go.
Yeah, but then again, I started like 5-6 years ago, but you did 10 years ago. So, you didn't really have a lot of information or technical analysis to rely on. And what you did is exactly how trading should be approached, which is looking into the driving factors of what is moving price.
Yeah.
Not going to baby pips and drawing triangles and flags.
Yeah, I think there's a book called The Atlas Economic Indicators. That was one book I did read. I think Neil, one of our old traders here, educators, he gave us that one to read, and that was really good on the fundamentals. But in terms of getting started, I'll definitely just join our free Telegram channel, and then we're offering a free macro playbook guide for people to get started. So if you do feel like you need to learn the fundamental side of trading, which is what we quite heavy on here, then yeah, join up and we'll give you a free macro playbook to basically understand the basics of trading news, and then kind of extend your knowledge from there.
Yep, link should be in the description. Join our free Telegram channel. If you can't find it, send us a message and we will allow you to join our community for free.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Moving forward now.
Why is Russ?
There was a comment.
Oh, what was the comment?
Hi,
How can I start learning with you? I should imagine.
Yeah, I think we just.
Hey Alto, just send us a DM and we will try to understand the situation and we will guide you accordingly. So just send us a DM and then we will take things from there then.
Yeah, or join the Telegram channel as we said, and then you can get started with the free macro playbook, and there's a lot of information in the Telegram channel.
And I've also put a vote up whether I should have a forfeit for recommending baby pips, so people vote for that as well, even though it hasn't actually.
Well, can we have a vote about the countdown for 10 minutes, whether that's necessary or not?
That is necessary.
Is it? It's unnecessary.
How many people are watching
Is there any more questions, Rusk, flying in, or are we?
Not at the moment.
All right. Cool. Carry on then, Ikjot.
Right, so next question is, so now you just solved the problem of how people should start. Next thing would be, what's one advice that you would give to them, the people that just started trading?
So I would obviously start on a demo account, and do that for a while until you feel like you're. I mean, it's all about just being consistent. So I'd be back testing everything that I'm doing, try and look at different strategies, and then work out what's showing the most consistent results. You do that by back testing, and then you're able to kind of narrow down. You might even just find one strategy that works for you. You might only be trading once or twice a week. You don't have to be trading all the time. And doing the journaling and back testing kind of enables you to narrow that down and focus on one thing and keep things simple. We see it all the time where people overtrade, sort of spread their wings on different strategies, not sort of journaling what they're doing to realize what's working the best and sticking to it. I think the issue also is that, especially when you're doing a lot of technical trading, that market conditions always change. We're in August, volumes are low. One strategy is not going to work well in August, might work better in September. I don't know, Trump might release something to do with the tariffs, volatility, the VIX volatility index picks up, again the strategy might change. So the back testing over a whole period is important to know when your strategy works best. And I think journaling is one of the really good things to start with.
Fair enough.
What about you?
Well, exactly what you said, which is understanding when to trade and when not to trade is one of the biggest thing ever. And then there are people, and I used to be one of them as well, then I realized that the reason why I'm placing so many trades is just because I'm chasing dopamine. And what happens is, as a human being, you are designed to chase a win. It could be anything. Like if you have a task that you've set out to accomplish, and if you don't do that, you will feel horrible. But if you do that, you then get to get a reward in your brain, which is called serotonin, right? So you just get a dopamine hit. Now, the more that you place trades, the more dopamine you tend to release in your brain. And if you just have awareness of this, that will literally allow you to not trade, because you would understand the reason why you're doing this is because you are basing your self-concept of your identity over doing some sort of work. You should respect yourself enough to not attach your worth to the work that you're doing. This is one thing that helped me with trading quite a lot, and I think people tend to miss out on this. The reason being is because no one actually teaches it. There's literally no one that have gone in depth within themselves to have the clarity as us on the trading floor at Educated Trade do, right?
No, it's true. I think a lot of it is quite, to find a strategy and get a 1 to 2, 1 to 3 risk reward is actually not the hardest thing to do. It's actually sticking to that strategy when you're on a bad run, or having that it's controlling your emotions. And you're right, there's a deeper look into your psychology and you as a character and your personality traits that can affect you emotionally on trading, which is why we have a psychologist here. And also why it's important we try and implement like a rule structure where you sort of journal every trade you're doing with a risk percentage and so on, and you have to stick to it. And we've seen our the progression of our traders improve so much more by doing that. And also what these guys are doing with the news, they're only trading when there's news, so there's no real psychology aspect to it. And then if you're automating your trading, it removes it as well.
It's a different league. But yeah, with that being said, even with the traders that we have on the floor at the minute, the reason why they're not chasing trades or getting into random trades is because they also now deeply understand, even though they just started 2-3 weeks ago, but they now understand the fact that chasing trades has nothing to do with making money. And when people get into trading, they're just trying to make money, and that's exactly the recipe of disaster. Because it's not the strategy, it's not what it's just if you could just sit still and not do anything and not attach your worth with the trade that you just placed.
I mean, that's the thing, like you can make a month's money in one trade if you're patient enough. You don't have to be trading all the time. So it's just getting used to that in your head and having the right mindset to implement it.
But when I first started, I always used to see you being on your desk at particular times and days, and apart from that, you will never be on your trading desk. So I think I kind of just learned just by looking at that. I never really asked you this. I've never really like had a word with you. But then I was thinking to myself, like, Brad's a successful trader. I just joined the company. What's the difference between me and him? And then I looked at it and I said, he only trades when he's supposed to. And I think that was one big factor that I incorporated into my own trading system and personality.
And you have as well. Like you say, you're only trading at a certain session once or twice a day, and that's it. But yeah, that's something that I learned. Like you say, that's why you learn from people with experience, because you kind of made the mistakes already, and you know what works for you. And as you get a bit older, you know what to cut out, and you know what you need. But like, don't be afraid of needing that help, and don't be afraid of accepting that you might need a risk manage. Like, all our traders need risk management at times because we're human beings. So it's important to have someone on your account at all times as well to manage your risk. Or you build in systems automatically in place, which a lot of the prop firms have now.
Or you come to educated trade and you learn the right way. Learn what to do. Right. So moving on. So now people know how to get into trading. They have received one of the best advice they could ever have on a free live stream. Next thing is, so when people make money in trading, they're very quick to take the money out and go and splurge and be foolish with it. So what do you have to say in regards to compound interest?
I think there's a balance. I think everyone needs to scale up their account and their capital in their account. At the same time, I'm not against taking some profits. Go and buy yourself something, treat yourself something as well. So it's just having that balance of scaling up your own risk and also taking profits at the same time. Obviously nowadays, there are a lot of prop firms, like ours, ETD Prop, where we give you more access to sort of more opportunities, leverage to trade with. Also, we scale up capital as well. So in terms of as a prop firm, we're just looking for consistency. So I think if you just show consistent results over a year, even on a smaller account size where you're not having to compound interest your account, people will throw money at you naturally, right? Investors will want to follow you. We will want to back you. So I just think, it's a fine balance. Definitely withdraw some profits, but just think about consistency, and then money will come to you anyway.
Like Brad said, just focus on your skill set. Compound interest is apparently 8th wonder of the world by Warren Buffett. Correct me if I'm wrong. But again, the compound interest, it was one of the biggest thing, and it still is. But if you're new to trading and if you're very low in capital, you can leverage prop firms, and you can leverage you know, the whole prop firm model in itself. And like Brad mentioned, so we have our own prop firm, E2T Prop, and we do reward people who are consistent. So you can start with as little as $20, and you can scale all the way up to 100K plus in your capital. So yeah, it just comes down to your skill set. So yes, you can look into compound interest, but you also have an opportunity now to leverage companies like ourselves.
Yeah, no.
Cool. So with that being said, any tips on trading psychology?
I think we covered a lot of that, if I'm honest with you. Just like accepting that, you know, you do need to implement things, and I think sticking to a system where you're like, right, I'll write down every trade I'm taking, this is my risk, this is my reward, and being very rigid in your approach to it, I think it's very good. And also kind of, you know, accepting that, you know, you might need to change your, like, look deeper dive into it, as you said, understand your own personality traits and what works best for you as a trader. Like you said, I come in and certain news events and I pop in and out, and that suits me. So just understanding your own personal psychology, I think, is a good start.
Yeah, fair enough. And there's one thing that I've seen in all the successful traders on the trading floor is they tend to go to gym quite a lot. They exercise quite a lot. I think it's a really good way to just get your dopamine receptors level to baseline,
and play a lot of golf.
And yeah, if you make enough money, then of course you can go play golf with Brad. But yeah, with that being said, yeah, you can play golf. You can do something that's like, you know, it's like an activity that involves you just using your body. Right, so you can go gym, play football.
Exercise, always good to kind of not be. Although, you know, we expect some of the guys to be at the screens all day, but it's important to have a balance. It's like anything, isn't it? Yeah. And from your perspective on diet, you know, something you've brought into me as well is the importance of eating the right foods for your mental capacity and actually improving yourself mentally.
Yeah, eat a lot of steaks if you can.
Yeah, and eggs, no?
And eggs, steaks and eggs. That's the. And then I think Russ would have to say a few things about drinking milk.
Got enough milk. I just make sure there's enough milk in the fridge.
Any questions, Russ?
No.
Nothing to say, your end?
We had a follower. Pretty quiet out there today in the old TikTok realm. Pretty quiet.
Any more gifts, boys?
No, I'm actually trying to give gifts away now. It's like a reverse auction.
We had our first gift, didn't we? Actual gift the other day.
Yep.
None today.
Yeah,
apart from Finley.
Otherwise it's all in-house gifts.
Spent a fortune. Spent tenner. Really spent a tenner.
So it's not a scholarship program anymore.
Spending money to be
Better go down the road. Okay, cool.
Well, if there's no one on, if there's no question, then we would like to
let me check the other platforms quickly.
Check all platforms.
Any plans for bank holiday, Brad?
Plans for bank holiday? It's a good question. Golfing Friday afternoon after work. Then Saturday we were all planning a Fort Park day, but I haven't spoke to Georgia yet about that. Sunday football, Palace, first game of the season. And then Monday I'm not sure yet.
Monday I think you need to take a little chill.
Obviously I've got the kids, so yeah. I'm sure they'll keep me very busy in between.
Yeah, too much going on.
Yeah.
No rest.
I'm looking forward to it. You? Much plan?
No, as you know, I like to take my life one step at a time and live in the moment. So let's just see what happens. Takes us.
You'll probably end up out somewhere, I'm sure.
And not come back for the next 2 days.
Out with Russell?
Probably, yeah.
Was there any more of us?
No, We're alright.
All good?
Yeah, there was some weird comments on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
What were the comments?
They were naming ladies' parts.
Oh, great.
I know, yeah. What can you say, innit?
All right. Is there anything else we need to?
No, that's
what's up? What's on the schedule tomorrow? Live.
So you guys will get a chance to
Speak to who?
not
We're
Ryan?
not doing live tomorrow.
We're not doing live tomorrow.
okay, it wouldn't be live, but anyway, so we will sit down and do podcast interview with our team members.
Yeah.
So tomorrow's candidate is Ryan, and I'm sure everyone who's on the stream today would have a really good time, listening to what he has to say. 'Cause he's
Ryan's
up
actually
35%
Yeah,
this year.
Ryan's is a perfect example of implementing the risk management system. The 100 trades, risk to reward, 1 to 3's strategy, and his discipline's unbelievable. I think he's only trading like 3 or 4 times a month,
Yeah.
and he's up 35%. So amazing, and we're gonna be adding him soon on our system, copy system, because of his performance. So.
Yeah, automated system. So yeah, if you guys join our Telegram community, we will share a lot of automated systems, and then you can also have a go at it yourselves. Just DM us and get involved.
Yep, definitely. In terms of the automated systems, we're always looking for the best traders as well. So yeah, both parts there where you can follow our top performing traders, and also we're always looking to recruit the best traders. So those of you who think you have a good system track record, definitely send in your CVs and your track records over to us.
Cool. With that being said, let's just conclude the stream today. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week.
Cheers, Russ.